Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading for the week of October 9th through the 15th. Thank you so very much for tuning in. So, as always, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Also, I do want to say that just because this is, a time, I guess you can say a time-sensitive reading, it is for a specific week, that doesn't mean that it's still not somewhat timeless, yes? Either this could be something that you're dealing with this week, or it could just be the message that Spirit has for you this week in terms of just like something you need to know at this moment in time. But I would always recommend that you pay more attention to the title than the date, as that will probably give you more of an idea of what's going to resonate for you, or whether it's going to resonate for you or not. Second little tidbit I would like to preface this reading with. So my channel is moving to a sidereal astrology base, not tropical. That does not mean that if you follow tropical astrology or you resonate with tropical astrology that you will not get any value out of the readings here on my channel. It's just that I do resonate way more with sidereal astrology. Case in point, my rising sign is Leo in sidereal, and I resonate with Leo rising to a T. So keep that in mind, especially with the rest of the readings that I'm going to be doing here about like moon transits, and I'm looking to get into other transits and all that stuff to read for us. That's all going to be a sidereal base. Sidereal astrology is based on where the constellations actually are in the sky versus how they have been, I guess we can say, manipulated to fit within the well-rounded seasonal system of tropical. But sidereal astrology also takes into account the actual size of the constellations. All constellations are not the same size. So this is more of really true astrology, where if we're going to base our lives and the cycles of our lives off of the stars, we might as well do it in a way in which they actually are represented and not how they have been stretched or manipulated to fit a certain well-rounded system. Now, I do not say any of this to discredit anybody that does follow tropical astrology, astrologers, other readers and all that they are wonderful people. They're very good at what they do, and they do have relevance, and they do have something of value to bring to the collective. But here on my channel, I have finally officially decided to stop straddling the two and pick one, and I'm going with sidereal, okay? So there's that. The third thing I want to mention before we get into the reading here is I highly recommend that you guys watch these readings from the placement of your rising sign. So yes, you could watch these readings for your sun, moon, and rising. However, these weekly readings are going to be guided more towards, focused more for the rising sign. So in this case, it would be Taurus rising. Your rising sign is what is arguably the most important placement in your chart, because that rising sign now dictates from there what other signs are in what houses of your chart, okay? Amongst other things. We can go into that into depth in another video, but that's where I have for you guys right now, okay? So with all of that said, let's get started and see what we have for you this week, Taurus. Also, side note, please excuse me, I just ate an apple and I'm having an allergic reaction. Like my allergies are all flaring up. So, and yes, before anyone asks, I did wash it before I ate it. It was an organic apple. So anyway, but just please bear with me. Okay, here we go. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for all Taurus rising. Please bring forward the best messages to serve the highest good of all involved for their week of October 9th through the 15th, 2020. Thank you so much, Spirit. Now, guys, please don't freak out. I am guiding this more for Taurus rising. However, if you are watching for your sun or your moon or any other placement, don't worry. That doesn't mean that it's not going to resonate for you. It can still resonate for you, but we're looking for weekly guidance here. The best thing I've found is that you should really follow your rising sign first, then watch all the rest. So that's why this is going to be guided towards Taurus rising, okay? Excellent. Let's get into it. I've developed this reading just for this weekly situation specifically. I have a number of Oracle decks and Tarot plus Lenormand. So we're going to get into a bunch of different things here. We're starting with the Energy Oracle deck. 5 shuffles. We're going to see what your central theme is for this week. Yes? 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. For my Taurus rising. Sun, Moon, and Venus is acceptable as well. But Taurus rising, here we go. Last shuffle. All right, Taurus, let's see what we have. What is your central theme for this week? Okay. We have hostilities, but we also have that with the 6th chakra, Archangel Michael, right? No, I'm sorry, Metatron. Okay, with this spread, I do like to get all of the things down first before I really start channeling, but it looks like, Taurus, this week you're dealing with some sort of competition. I'm hearing internal conflict. And already what you're guided to do is work on seeing things clearly as they truly are, because for something about you don't have to be fighting so hard. The challenge is to see through this hostility here. All right, so now we're going to look at what's crowning you, what is inspiring you, what you could be thinking about, or what's on your mind this week. We're going to use the Sacred Destiny Oracle for that. 3 shuffles. 1. For my Taurus rising here. What's 2. What's inspiring you? What's on your mind? What can help you bring clarity? Aha! What can help you bring clarity this week, Taurus? This is 3. Because I do feel like there's a lot of confusion here. You're kind of mixed up. And why things might be so hostile for you this week, Taurus, is because there's something that you're not quite seeing clearly enough. I'm hearing your intuition needs to be guiding you here, all right? And that's really what your third eye represents, your intuition, clairvoyance, seeing clearly, seeing past the veil, seeing things as they truly are, yes? Aha. Okay, all right, so this makes sense here. Crowning you, Taurus, you have potential and healing chaos. However, see, now this healing chaos is that hostility that you're having to work through, that you're needing to see clearly through, okay? There is potential here for you. However, you could be, you need to be going through some sort of healing phase first. You need to get through the healing chaos in order to reach this potential. All right, so things really aren't as hostile for you in your environment as you might think they are. There's chaos, there's creative chaos, we'll call it. Now, I want to say, I can't remember. Really quickly, I want to say, in terms of, like, for me here, and how, yes, this is guided for a Taurus rising mainly, but however, this also is kind of resonating for me in terms of Taurus energy. I can't remember, but I can't remember what planet it is right now. It's either Mars or Mercury that's in Taurus for me. And let's see, from what house is Taurus in for me? Leo is my rising, that's my first house. Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus. Cancer is the 12th, I'm sorry. Yes, Cancer is 12th. Aha, Taurus is in the 10th house for me. So this is kind of representing, this does actually kind of resonate for me slightly on a business standpoint. But for you, a Taurus rising, or maybe somehow else, this is resonating differently. Make sense? You see, so you see how, yes, this is guided for maybe the Taurus rising, but this could also resonate in different potential ways for you. It's just that this is most likely going to resonate the strongest for a Taurus rising. Understand? Okay. Let's move forward here. We're going to use the Oracle of the Angels to see what's driving you, what is your motivation, what is grounding you, what is keeping you secure to the ground. 5 shuffles, I'm sorry. 1. 2. grounding you, Taurus? 4 and 5. All right, Taurus. What's grounding you this week? What's keeping you firm to the ground? What's locking you down? What's anchoring? It really feels like you need something to anchor you here with this chaos. Ooh, 3 cards. You have, success, positive intention, and higher consciousness. So you will reach success here, Taurus. You will reach success. But what you really need to do, first of all, I'm hearing you need to honor yourself. Okay? You need to honor this creative process. You need to honor this healing process. Do not fight against it. Okay? Go with the flow here. But maintain a positive intention as you're dealing with this healing chaos. I know it's crazy. And Taurus, I know how much you don't like change. I know how much you don't like to be unstable. I know how you don't like to not be aware of what's going on or how things are going to work out. Even if it's not that you know exactly how things are going to work out, you know, or at least you feel a little bit like, okay, you have an idea of where this is going to go. At this point, Taurus, you have no idea where this is going to go. And that's okay. And I understand how uncomfortable, how troubling that is for you, but that's okay. As long as you maintain a positive intention, success will be gained here for you, because there is a higher awareness or higher consciousness that's working on breaking through into your life to create some sort of change, and that's where this potential is coming from for you, okay? All right, cool. So now we're going to get into the tarot here. I'm going to give this 5 shuffles, and we're going to pull 2 potential timelines, or at least 2 storylines that you could need to focus on here, all right? So 5 shuffles. 1, 2, 3. Some things could really be falling away for you right now, Taurus, and that could be making you feel very uneasy. This is 4. However, and I'm looking at healing chaos and feeling this, whatever is falling away is only adding to the space that this new potential can take up in your life. This is 5. All right? All right, so we're going to cut the deck here, Taurus. All right, and let's see what we have here. Timeline A, we have 10 of Wands. Yep. Justice. Okay. And the 2 of Cups. Interesting. Timeline B, the Star, the 9 of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Common denominator here. Oh, we do have 2 cards. That's interesting. Knight of Cups, I'm sorry, King of Cups, Page of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Moon. All right, Taurus, let's talk about this. Let's talk. Yeah, let's talk. So, let me leave you right there. A few notes to it. Okay. All right, Taurus, let's talk about this. So, first timeline, or first line up here, you have the 10 of Wands. You have that with Justice. And you have the 2 of Cups. This could be a relationship here. Yes, baby boy. Hi, Orion. Ooh. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on a second. Orion, are you okay? What happened to your eye? Oh, good Lord. Jesus Christ. Kids. All right, anyway, I'll deal with that in a second. We could be talking about a relationship here. This could be a business partnership. This could be a creative partnership. 10 of Wands, Justice, and the 2 of Cups. So what I'm feeling right now, timeline A could talk about someone needing to drop some sort of burdens here. And Taurus, this could quite frankly, this could be you. Taurans, you know, Taurans have a little bit of a tendency to be kind of stubborn. And Taurus can really hold on to something for dear life and really not let go of it, even though it's not really serving them any longer. But I feel like If we're talking about a relationship, Taurus, I really want to tell you in this first timeline, just let bygones be bygones. If you do that, that will help serve justice here. And that will help two people come together where you might have been at odds with each other in the past. If we're not talking about a relationship, we could be talking about creative ability, whether this is a creative partner or your inner feminine and masculine energies coming together to rebond with each other. Or maybe even to create a certain bond to begin with that you may not have had in the past. Interesting, Taurus. So, also, I'm kind of feeling, for some of you, with this Ten of Wands, Justice, and the Two of Cups, you may be continuing with a commitment or a burden, something that is really heavy or kind of burdensome for you, and staying in the relationship. Because now at the bottom, on the second one, timeline B, we have the Star, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and then we have the King of Swords. And I'm going to be honest with you, Taurus, I feel like this bottom timeline here, or timeline B, might actually be the one that's best for you. It feels better. It feels lighter. With the Star, I feel like you're focusing on your intuition, you're focusing on healing, you're focusing on following a path, the path of least resistance, which is allowing you to stay independent. Nine of Pentacles. And you could be making a judgment call about something. This feels like it might be an unpopular opinion. However, with the King of Swords here, it really could be the right one for you because you're moving in a different direction, or you're seeing something very clearly and you're making a judgment call. It's devoid of emotion. It's not an emotional situation. Facts are the facts. Okay? The common denominator here between these two timelines is the King of Cups with the Page of Cups. In the After Tarot, the King of Cups is pouring out his cup. So Taurus, I really feel like this is two very different timelines for you this week. Either you're pouring out your cup in order to let bygones be bygones and bring justice to the situation, and thus starting over or starting new, reconciling, Page of Cups. Or you're pouring out your cup in order to move on to a different situation, in order to bring something to a close, thinking independently here, Taurus. You do have the Moon at the bottom of the deck. Underneath that is the Three of Cups with the Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, Six of Pentacles. I'm going to stop there. Interesting. Because justice is in this top row, I'm not sure what kind of justice this actually is. Oh, you're okay. Okay, good. Hi, Orion. Come in. I'm not sure what this justice really is, Taurus. Is this justice for you? Ooh. Is this justice for you, or is this justice in terms of what everyone else wants? Oh, well, it's the right thing to do. Is it really, Taurus? Is it the right thing for you to do? Because here in the overall energy, you have the Moon, the Three of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. There's some sort of illusion surrounding I just wanted to say a family situation or a community situation. Three of Cups, maybe a hive mind situation. Aha. But if you were to love yourself, instead of focusing on the Three Cups of this community aspect, if you were to focus on the singular cup of your own self-love, the divine love that's poured down towards you, if you were to focus on that, how would that change your reality? Wheel of Fortune. Would you be able to find more reciprocity? Six of Pentacles. Interesting, Taurus. Interesting. Again, Taurus, I still feel like this bottom row here is the most ideal for you. And I don't know your situation specifically. Obviously, this is a general reading, but at the same time, just feeling through these energies and seeing what I'm seeing here, I feel like the Star, the Nine of Pentacles, and the King of Swords is your ideal situation. Because in the center here, you're with the King of Cups and the Page of Cups, there's a sense of emotional maturity. Or, I mean, it could obviously, Taurus, this could go one of two ways. Either you're being emotionally mature enough to start over, to let this go, because you recognize this was a missed opportunity somehow, or you're keeping up with the Joneses and ultimately missing out an opportunity to start over fresh and new. Ooh. All of this is guided by an element of higher consciousness. And this healing chaos that you're going through here is backed by a certain potential. But you're surrounded by hostilities right now. Ill will, people that are taking advantage of you, situations that, and a situation could be hostile just by the sheer fact that it's not something that resonates with you any longer, or it's not something that serves you any longer. It could just be hostile because you're staying in a situation that no longer resonates for you. And what you need to do is work on seeing things clearly, seeing things as they truly are. The sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, also the King of Swords. Okay? Let's get into the Lenormand and get a little bit of clarity here. And the very first thing I want to clarify is justice. Yep. You have the mask with the letter. Someone's not telling the truth here with this Justice card. Someone's keeping up appearance. Someone's putting on a brave face. Someone is speaking words that aren't quite untrue. It's interesting. Someone's speaking words that aren't quite untrue, but aren't quite true at the same time. Keeping up with the Joneses is what I just heard again. Let's look at the Ten of Wands then. Excuse me, guys. All of a sudden, my nose is running. You have the Wishing Well. You have the Storm, you have the Owls, and you have the Voyage, all on the Ten of Wands here. There's this higher consciousness, higher wisdom coming through again, Taurus. It seems like you are being guided through higher wisdom, Taurus, to go after some sort of dream here, after some sort of wish. Okay? The Owls to the Wishing Well. And to go on some sort of voyage. But in order to go on this voyage, there has to, and see, with the Storm here, I see this as the clouds are parting for you, Taurus. So you have to follow through with what your intuition is calling you towards, is what I'm hearing. And then with the Wishing Well, if you have a wish, you can't just sit back and expect it to come to you. You're going to have to do something to get that wish, which means here you're going to have to release some sort of burdens here, Taurus. But then when we get to justice, honestly, I really feel like justice here is talking about justice being served in the form of staying where you are instead of moving forward. What's this Two of Cups? rolling the dice, Taurus. You're going to be missing out on an opportunity. I feel like here you're really taking another chance here, even though you know something is burdening you. The wishing well. You have a wish, you have a desire, I guess, to move in a new direction with the ship, right? Going on some sort of voyage, going somewhere brand new. You're rolling the dice by staying with this partnership or staying in this situation. Maybe this will work out, maybe it won't. And quite frankly, I'm getting an energy of kind of like the Seven of Pentacles. Well, if it didn't really work out before, if it wasn't fulfilling for you before, what really makes you think it's going to be fulfilling now if the situation doesn't change? And obviously, the situation can't change much if you have to keep wearing this mask and speak words that are kind of true, but also kind of not true at the same time, right? Okay, let's look at the star here. Mice. Whoa. Something has corrupted your dream. At least you were following through with the dream up until this point, and now someone is realizing that their dream has been infiltrated somehow. This is not what you wanted. This is not what you intended. Let me get one more pull on that. Clarify the mice, please. I almost want to say the sight. Oh, look at that. A woman. Oh, someone was not faithful. Oh goodness. One more, please. The key. Nine of Pentacles. Nope. Four-leaf clover. King of Swords. Okay. Book is at the bottom of the deck. King of Swords has the passionate man, the lily, the maze, the storks, and the magnifying glass. I feel like somebody got trapped here. Somebody got trapped by a feminine energy, by a woman who is thinking they can control this person. I'm hearing insubordination. To the Nine of Pentacles here, you have the four-leaf clover. You have luck. You have a rarity, almost like a once-in-a-lifetime situation, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I think there's a big theme here of Taurus this week of potentially missing out on an opportunity to express yourself, to stand your ground, to follow through with what is really passionate for you. On the King of Swords, you have the passionate man, the lilies, but then you have the maze, the stork, which can represent childbirth and family, and then you have the magnifying glass. Someone has been stringing you along here, Taurus. And I just heard they had the upper hand until now. Because now you have an opportunity to see clearly the maze that someone has been pulling you through, putting you through. Smoke and mirrors, saying that they are going to, it's like an energy of feeling like they're going to help you out of this maze, or they're going to help you out of some sort of, I don't know. But it's like they were misleading you. You were passionate here at first. You were passionate at first. But then things started to go wrong. And it's all in terms of family. You have to see this clearer, magnifying glass. You have got to investigate this more, Taurus. So I'm not saying this week that you're actually making a decision to leave some situation behind. Some saga behind the book with the snake right underneath that. But I am saying that this week you have an opportunity to see through the hostilities, to be very clear on what it is you're seeing or what it is in front of you. Okay? All right. That's what I have for you this week, Taurus. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. I love you guys so very much, and I look forward to connecting with you again for our next reading for your next week ahead. Yes? Mwah! Take care. Bye.